Space, a cold, dark void full of creation beyond imagination, terrors and wonders transcending comprehension, and is so unbelievably vast that all the human minds to ever exist combined could still not fathom its true majesty. Sounds like a pretty scary and awe-inspiring place. And that's because it is. Full of terrors such as black holes and collapsing stars, you could almost say that there is literally an infinite number of terrifying things floating around in the night sky. Well, today we'll be looking at 5 terrifying facts about space. When someone says the word shooting star, you'll most likely think of a meteoroid flying across the night sky with a shining tail following closely behind it. But did you know that shooting stars actually exist? That's right, actual stars flying across space at immense speeds. These racing stars are known as high-velocity stars or hypervelocity stars. Under the right conditions, the fastest of these stars are estimated to be able to reach 1/3 the speed of light. Roughly, that comes out to be about 100,000 kilometers per second or 62,130 miles per second. That's the equivalent of circling the Earth about 2.5 times every second. That's mind-blowingly fast. Previous research has also indicated that these fast-moving stars may also have planets orbiting them. So there might be entire solar systems zipping around the universe. What makes these fast-moving stars so terrifying is the thought of one being on a direct path towards Earth. If a high-velocity star were to be detected heading our way, there's not much we could do about it other than trying to move Earth itself, but even that may be futile. Simply having one of these monsters enter our solar system could cause a whole heap of trouble. So a better plan would be to move our entire solar system, which isn't happening with our current technology. This exotic phenomenon is a pretty recent discovery, with the first high-velocity star being discovered in 2005. Since then, over 600 high-velocity stars have been discovered in the Milky Way. It's estimated that there are only around 1,000 of these stars in our galaxy. And considering there are about 100 billion stars in our galaxy, it would seem that high-velocity stars are extremely rare. Thus, you probably don't have to worry too much about one colliding with our lovely planet. If shooting stars weren't terrifying enough for you, how about shooting black holes? Now, these monsters of reality are generally referred to as rogue black holes, or isolated black holes. They can be found zipping through the cosmos at over 162,000 kilometers per hour. That's 100,000 miles per hour. The first rogue black hole was detected in early 2022 and is located about 5,200 light years away from Earth. This black hole weighs a little more than 7 times our sun's mass, and it's believed to have become rogue when the black hole was born. You see, black holes are formed when a massive star depletes all of its fuel and collapses in on itself. This creates an explosion known as a supernova, but these explosions are not always evenly distributed. It's hypothesized that some supernova explosions are lopsided enough to push a black hole in one direction during its birth, sending it careening through the cosmos like a dark shooting star of pure consumption. Black holes are already one of the most terrifying phenomena in the universe. To know there are some shooting around the night sky at immense speeds makes them infinitely more terrifying, in my opinion. Imagine if one were detected and was heading for our solar system. All the black hole would have to do is pass through to cause a massive amount of disruption and destruction. Similar to the high-velocity star scenario, there's not really anything we could do about a rogue black hole other than moving the entire solar system out of its trajectory. And to make it even more fun, there's a high possibility that we would never even see the black hole coming. So let's hope we never have to worry about such a catastrophe. Although we've only detected one rogue black hole in our galaxy so far, it's believed that up to 100 million black holes exist within the Milky Way. How many of these black holes have the potential to become rogue? Well, we're not really sure, as we still don't know very much about rogue black holes. But don't lose too much sleep over it. Remember that space is big. like really big, and most of it is empty space. In fact, the Milky Way galaxy is 99.99% empty space. So I feel it is safe to say that an interaction between our solar system and a rogue black hole is a pretty unlikely event. So rest easy. Ordinary matter refers to everything we see and what all those things are made of. For example, you, me, everyone you know, plants, animals, cars, rocks, planets, stars, and anything else you can see are made of this ordinary matter. The scientific term for this type of matter is known as baryonic matter, meaning it's composed of baryons. Baryons are heavy subatomic particles made up of 3 quarks. Both protons and neutrons, along with other kinds of subatomic particles, are considered baryons. Despite everything we see being made of baryonic matter, it only makes up 5% of all matter in the universe. So what's the other 95%? Roughly, 27% of it is dark matter and the other 68% is dark energy. What is dark matter? Well, we're actually not entirely sure. What we do know is that it lives up to its name of being dark, meaning we can't see it like we can see visible matter. We also know that it holds the galaxies together in web-like structures. And that's pretty much all we know about it. Dark matter was discovered by the astronomer Fritz Zwicky in 1933 while studying images of galaxies in the Coma cluster. He made the observation that galaxies were moving so fast that they should be flying apart from each other, but that wasn't happening. He came to the conclusion that some sort of dark matter was holding these galaxies together. Although we have since obtained more evidence of dark matter's existence, we still know very little about it and have technically never detected it in any form. What is dark energy? Dark energy comprises the other 68% of matter in the universe. And just like dark matter, researchers know almost nothing about dark energy. However, you can think of dark energy as the opposite of dark matter. Dark matter is an attractive force that interacts with gravity and helps to hold all the galaxies together. Dark energy, on the other hand, is more of a repulsive force, pushing things away from each other. In fact, dark energy is the cause of the universe's accelerating expansion rate. Astronomy.com writes, in short, dark matter slows down the expansion of the universe, while dark energy speeds it up. So we have these two substances that make up the majority of the universe, but we can't see or interact with either one in any known way. What I find so terrifying about this is not so much dark energy and matter themselves, but the fact that something could be so prominent in our universe and we still know almost nothing about it. It shows just how little we know about our universe. Who knows what else could be hiding in the deep dark corners of our reality? Speaking of dark energy and the expansion of the universe, let's jump into our next fact. In the 1920s, it was first discovered that our universe was in fact expanding. This was discovered by measuring the brightness of stars in other galaxies. In 1998, a team of researchers led by Saul Perlmutter at the University of California, Berkeley, discovered that the universe isn't just expanding, but expanding at an accelerating rate. They discovered this by observing distant Type 1a supernovas. Since the initial discovery, more evidence has come forth to support this theory. We're not 100% sure why the universe is expanding, but so far most of the evidence points towards the mysterious substance, dark energy. As stated in the last fact, we don't know what dark energy is, nor can we even see it or detect it directly. All we can do is observe the effect it has on the universe. That effect appears to be the universe expanding at an accelerating rate. So what will happen as the universe continues to expand? Once again, we're not 100% sure. This phenomenon could lead to a couple of different fates for the universe, which we plan to discuss in a future video. What we do know is that all the other galaxies in the universe will slowly drift away from us at an increasing rate. This means that from our perspective, these galaxies will eventually be moving away from us faster than the speed of light. Once this occurs, their light will no longer reach us and they will become invisible to us forever. This will slowly engulf every galaxy in the night sky until the only visible galaxy left is our own Milky Way, leaving us utterly and totally alone. But don't worry, the starry night sky isn't going anywhere anytime soon. This process will take billions to trillions of years. The Sun. the great ball of plasma in the sky that gazes upon us each and every day. It gives us light, warmth, and the necessary ingredients for life. But one day, it could also bring us our fiery doom. According to NASA, the Sun is a 4.5 billion year old yellow dwarf star and is pretty ordinary. In fact, if we compared it to all the other discovered stars, by their temperature, brightness, and size, the Sun would fall somewhere in the middle. Although our Sun is currently 4.5 billion years old, it's only about halfway through its main sequence stage. During this stage, nuclear fusion reactions in the Sun's core fuse hydrogen into helium. This main sequence stage is where stars spend the majority of their lives. But the fun begins when our Sun runs out of hydrogen. Astronomers estimate this will occur in about 5 billion years. Now, our Sun doesn't have enough mass to supernova or become a black hole. Instead, when hydrogen fusion stops, the Sun will begin to expand over the next billion years, eventually becoming a red giant. Not only will it become larger, but its luminosity will increase by about 1,000 times, meaning it will output about 1,000 times more energy per second. The Sun will shrink again at some point during this process and then continue to expand from there until its radius reaches around 177 million kilometers or 110 million miles. For comparison, the Sun's current radius is only around 700,000 kilometers, and the Earth is only 150 million kilometers from the Sun. This means the Sun will eventually engulf Mercury, Venus, and the Earth. But don't worry too much, we have around 5 to 6 billion years until our fiery fate arrives. If you're interested in a more in-depth video on any of these facts, let us know down in the comments. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, consider giving it a like and hitting that subscribe button, and we'll see you in the next video.